So the Democrats basically either want to destroy the world slowly, or the biggest possibility is that they're just very old-minded people that still believe in those foolish, childish principles that their ancestors somehow gave to them, and they take them for granted. But no, nothing is granted, especially those foolish lies that they perceive and give you as the truth. This is certainly an adversary of evil. This is not any type of savior, any type of doing good. Even if they want to, they cannot actually do good because of this idea. Basically, the whole structure fumbles because of this. The same goes for all Democrats, from what I understand from their leadership. That they're just dinosaurs. That they're they should be outdated and extinct. Since they think like that, still, they should be. And it's actually amazing that still to this year their brains are so underdeveloped, and they're leaders of the modern world, and their brains are still so old and underdeveloped. It was amazing to me. So unprogressive. They want to force progress. Force it. You cannot force progress. We can only help it to develop. You cannot force it. And these guys are basically jokes. I don't want to be political or support something, but obviously Trump is your best bet, and for the world. Obviously Trump is the best one. But he wants to redeem himself from his previous faults, which is sensible, very sensible to do so. At least he wants to redeem himself from the mistakes, which is a good start, right? You need to have such a leader to redeem the country from its faults, and this is a huge part of it. So that's your best bet. You should be very glad that you have Trump. He's not the greatest leader, but certainly not. I believe I would be way better, because I understand what the real vision is for a country. If you want to be a real leader, you cannot expect to be either like Trump or Biden. You need to be way more progressive in terms of thinking, not in a woke or whatever stupid way. Just by realization, from understanding how the world works. And I'm doing this video because there's too much conflict, and people are very divided, and you do not bring unity with the pursuit of happiness. This is such a stupid idea. You only promote division, as you did divide the world with this precise American ideology. So just wanted to, and I think every American should hear this message, because it is very important for crimes to go down. And if you actually want crimes and conflict to go down, you should have a leader that is actually telling the actual truth, not his perception of truth. He must perceive the actual truth and tell it to the people. And he must risk his life sometimes. Yes, that's on play. But he needs to do that if you want real transformation in terms of to transform conflict, so you won't have conflict and you're gonna have peace. This is the only way, actually. So it's about what you understand. Biden and Democrats don't seem to understand like the basic level of life in order to transform it to a better place. They don't need to get the basic. So they create wars because they don't understand the basic fabrics. And to an extent, Trump plays to the same context, but he's kind of realized way better lately. He doesn't want wars, I presume, and stuff like that. He wants the country to progress, so he's more realized. He's not completely realized. He doesn't completely understand, but he understands to an extent where it is satisfactory. Which is good enough to start the nation into another direction. It's gonna take some while, but it's a good start. So all bets are here and on the line. This is basically war versus peace, basically. And everything is on the line, and you got the villains, which is Biden, and the Democrats are the villains, and you need the good guys. You must find them somewhere, but you got the villains that basically don't mind destruction because they have ideas or whatever nonsense. It doesn't really matter in the end, but they are villains. That's what matters. And if you're up for destruction, it's all good, but what if you get destroyed? Would that be cool? You understand? This is not this is not why we're here. We are here to experience to an extent what creation or the creator, which is basically the same thing. It doesn't matter how you phrase it, creation or creator, it's the same word. All right, basically. It's just some entity versus the creation of this entity. It's basically almost the same thing. So you're here to experience only that. You're not here for anything else. Anything, not ideas, not nonsense, not tell lies to the people like Biden does, or this Kamala, this Harris one, or to manipulate or to do some evil scheme. This is all just childish nonsense. This is not why you're here. Not me, nor you, not anybody. Is what is here for. We're here for to experience this creation. This is why we're here for. And in order to experience that creation, you must stop pursuing. Stop for a moment to pursue. This is the only way you can actually see what the creator is like, because you're not busy anymore pursuing something. If you hold for a moment and do not be involved, and you stop for a moment, stop pursuing, you can find it. If you stop, you can find it. So with that in mind, America is way far from the truth, but still they will vote for Trump, which is a very good step. But judging by the chaos that's happening, It will take some years to recover for sure, but I don't think they're brilliant people. I don't think at all, because of their history and like because of the way they talk. You can understand um, if they're developed or not. If they really put in work for their consciousness, for not for, no no sorry, if they really put work for to develop their mind, you can understand how they talk if they are developed. So I wouldn't say they are. They're very confused, and that is what politics is all about: confusing people. They don't know what they're doing. They're doing compulsive, accidental things like pursuing happiness, and which means you're basically an accident, and you're doing accidental stuff. This is what it basically means. You do not know what you're doing at all. Like you just accidentally do things and hope that they will work out for you, and you keep pursuing that. And I keep using these words because this is what Biden said, and this is what this idea is all about, which is what has brought the modern world and the ancient world, of course. But we are in the modern world, and this is what has brought the modern world to its knees, and it will continue to do so if America, probably the strongest military force, if it continue and influential force, if it, with media and all these things, if they continue uh, if you continue with that. So this is all I wanted to say, and hopefully America will understand that life is not all about, it's not even about politics. Who's doing what? They're just villains, or they're just all villains, or they're good. They are the good guys. Hopefully, and will do some good, and that's politics. But life isn't about politics. Sadly, we elect them to rule over us, actually, and to make the decisions for us, because for some reason, we cannot make decisions for ourselves. So we elect these people to make decisions for us, which is quite bad. Um, so they can basically do what they want, and they can make wars if they want, without your consent, of course. So, like it is happening right now with some leaders, they're making wars available to these countries and active. But we're heading towards this path. But you need to understand that this message must spread to every person for the criminal rates and for the stability, the mental health, and the instability issues that have many forms: the forms of anxiety, the forms of confusion, the forms of feeling like there is no meaning, also, as well, being lost, and proceeding to do stupid acts. That's the most important thing, because America is quite notorious to proceeding to do stupid acts. They're quite notorious of that. So you must spread, not for me. This isn't for me. This is, I don't make this video for me. I make this video to help America. If it reaches 10 people, hopefully it will help 10 people. But you kind of need to enlighten even those 10 people. Hopefully there will be the whole world. There won't be, but So you need to bring the conflict down, the wars down, the anxiety down, all these things down. And there's only one way to do that, which is by understanding that you're not here for any of those things. These are just acts of desperation with many forms, acts of desperation. And you're not here for acts of desperation. Even Biden's acts are acts of desperation. Conflict is an act of desperation, and we're not here for that. We're here for the good parts. You're supposed to be here for the good acts, not the bad acts. You're not supposed to be here to take wounds or inflict wounds. And if you inflict wounds, expect to get something back from it, of course. This is how it works. We're all in this. Humanity as a whole is a mold altogether. So if you do damage, don't expect it to be nullified or something. It will come back to an extent. It may be bigger extent, smaller extent, but damage is still damage, and we're not here for damage. We're here for the good parts. We're here to progress, and to progress you need the good stuff. And in order to have this good stuff, you need to understand what is the root of evil. You need to understand what is the root of good. You need to understand resistance, why these people resist so much. And you need to follow something that is above all these things. You don't need to pursue it. You just need to sit back and just look at it. That's all. You need to, because you cannot be on that low level, you need to be on a higher level to be able to look at this. Because two people fight, that doesn't mean that you will become the third person that fights. You need to be above the fighting. And there's only one way to do that, right? You need to understand creation, how it works. So that's all. Hopefully America will start changing its ways, because they're completely destructive. They do stupid and offensive things, and they have offensive ideas and policies in their nature, not because somebody judged it, no, or because somebody has another idea, no, because in their nature these ideas are offensive and aggressive. Because they're false in the first place. If you do false things, don't expect good results, America. So you better start doing the good things, the good stuff, to unite actually the world, like you were supposed to do, but you failed miserably, but because of these ideas. But let's take a new direction, a fresh one, not with the same stupid ideas. We founded the nation for magical stuff and to make everyone happy by pursuing it and pursuing your dreams. This is all nonsense. Honestly, this is all brainwashing. So you can be easier manipulative as well. These are all just tricks. And they don't want to give you the truth, but that's the truth. Forget your ideas, forget your ideologies, forget your founding nonsense, and focus on where you are right now. Only right now matters. always. The future doesn't matter because we are not in the future. So it's irrelevant, doesn't matter to us right now. The past doesn't matter to us. You can still study it, but it's bullshit anyway. It doesn't matter. What matters is right now. So stop your historic crap about the founding and the ideas from dinosaurs. Stop all that nonsense and start now to create new stuff, not old stuff. Only by creating new stuff you can go forward. You need to keep that in mind. You need to create something new. If you keep doing old things, the old stupid results will be coming your way all the time. This is why you have opposition in the first place, because you keep doing things the wrong way. There's a right way. I will phrase it differently. It's not about a right way. It's about doing the right thing. Because our ways doesn't really matter. You can do the right thing or the wrong thing. That's it. So hopefully this will reach some people and they will rethink what their politicians feed upon them, all the lies they're telling the people, and you need to actually at least understand those lies, because if you don't, you are part of their system and you're part of their cycle, and you will end up being in a war if you don't realize and understand that these people are lying, if you don't understand the lies, at least. So breeding more genuine leaders is the way to go. Well, breeding, you understand, like making great leaders that don't look a nation as an industry that is supposed to work magically. That's a misconception. Every citizen needs to work to a sufficient level. Every citizen. It's not like I will create a factory and some units might go bad and it is okay. You must aim higher. That's it. And hopefully this is why I made this video. I will not make this video, but after I heard this, I felt like no choice. Need to put these lies aside. Need to wake up America. Wake them from their culture. We need to wake America from their own culture, basically, which is a stupid. Not everything, but all their ideas are based on that precise idea that you're supposed to go out and conquer something, conquer happiness. Everything that they create is according to this idea. So this is a huge issue that creates wars and problems and everything. So I needed to point this out. And that's it. That's the video. Let's see what the, the next video is going to be about. Please help people understand what this is all about, and one person at a time. Let's give them this light, this spirit, in order to liberate America from their own slavery. That the phrase is freedom, and this is actually lies. This is not how freedom is conducted, with lies, and this is not how freedom is built, and false ideas. This is basically another form of slavery. They're enslaving you with ideas. They take your, let's say, consciousness, they take your brain and fill it with ideas, and that's called brainwashing, which America is the best. It is great at brainwashing people, as we know, with liberation talks and freedom talks, and this is not how you do it. They never touch the fundamental things. They only touch idealistic, crazy nonsense, which do not follow any facts, do not follow, they don't have any substance, they're just words that fly. And they expect the sheep to follow down this road, and they follow down this road, obviously. And they, based on that idea, they create other stupid ideas, and suddenly cultures are created that make not much sense. And liberate your culture. You need to liberate your culture, but the only way to liberate it is to understand that this act is all false. You want to liberate your nation, you want to liberate, you need to liberate every single human being. And with your cultures, that's impossible, that you created. You need to nerf these cultures significantly for people to start seeing the truth of it. Yeah, even culture can be a problem, apparently. Even culture. They invaded other cultures many times. United States invaded many other cultures many times. But they sure did create a counter culture to the other countries' culture. They created a counter culture to do that, which is against false, because to create a counter culture just to counter the other culture and claim it is freedom, this is nonsense. You can keep your cultures, but as a homage, you can keep them, seriously. But you must not leave them to that extent, to make them so much your own, for them to become your identity, because these cultures become your identity. And then identity crises are formed, and division exists because of identity. And you cannot solve any problem like that. Any problem you can solve. People will continue to fight. So it is a cultural problem. You must not identify with cultures, any culture. If anything, if you need to identify with something, that should be the universe, because inevitably you're part of it, and it doesn't matter which idea comes to your head, the universe is still the force, the only force, real force is the universe. So if anything, you should identify yourself with, at least, if you need to identify with something, that should be the universe. But no, such a culture doesn't exist, so big problem, right? Right. So politicians like Trump and Biden and Harris are completely unnecessary. We just elect them to just play a role and play gamble. Maybe tomorrow we will get destroyed, maybe not. Let's gamble on them. You never know what's going to happen. Or maybe we will die from coronavirus because of Trump, because he doesn't care. Or just gambles, basically. We don't need any of them, actually, to run a country of this magnitude, especially. We don't need these guys, but we need people that can actually understand their nations and what needs to be done. And none of them are at this level. So it's okay, you just vote for the better person out of the two. They're not both evil. That doesn't mean, because I've seen many times, which is again false ideas and brainwashing. I've seen many people say this is the lesser of the two evils. 5 years ago, they said this for Biden. Biden is the lesser of the two evils. They were false, and now they actually reversed the equation, and they say I will vote the two of the lesser evils, which is Trump. Utter nonsense. This cannot apply logically, at this point of time, because that doesn't mean they're both evil. No, Biden is, but you cannot know this for sure for Trump. That's you arriving at a conclusion which is false. Trump isn't evil. He's just not good enough. Maybe he will be. You never know. But he's not evil. This is like you're too weak-minded, believing that this is the lesser of two evils. This is nonsense. Why do you vote? If you believe so, why do you vote? If they're both evil, why do you vote? Is the real question. That doesn't always apply. That's nonsense. Once again, they're not. This theory is not true. Biden is evil. That's true. But that doesn't mean the other candidate is evil. Because we have facts about Biden that certainly make him a villain, make him evil. But the same cannot be said for Trump, and that is not a good statement of yours. You should stop that, doing that. I won't tell you what to do, but I'm just pointing out that this is completely stupid. You actually need to use your brain for once and stop copying phrases like this is the lesser of the two evils, or stop copying phrases in other people. Stop copying. Create something yourself for once. America is all about copying. You always copy something from somewhere. Stop doing that. Stop for a moment and realize it is not about copying phrases, or stop being like robots. Like sit for a moment. That's all. Maybe 2 moments, maybe 3 moments. It's okay. Just create something your own. Not in terms of physical activity. That doesn't have to be this way. Just don't follow what other people, if they tell you this is bad, this is good, don't follow what they say. Don't do that. Just create something that will be true, because it will be the truth. Create something that it is going to be something new, not a copying of some stupid, because it doesn't work. What has already been told doesn't work. So it's stupid. So stop copying it. Create something yourself. Stop copying others. Stop using those phrases. Use your brain to do something else. So that's the video. That's a long video. If you have any idea or question, you can feel free to ask, or any video you would like for me to do. You can always ask me to do any video, as long as it is following the rules and the law, obviously. Any video I will consider, and if it is possible to my standards, I will do. Any questions I will answer. To sensible questions I will answer. If you have something on your mind you want me to discuss, I'll possibly do that. If it is a valid point. So thank you for watching, and hopefully you will figure something out and lead the United States to another present and another future. Because there is real danger always, anyways. There is real danger anyways. But we should not go to that danger. All right, thank you for watching. Ask me what you want me to talk about, and be sensible, be safe, sensible. Have some kind of security over your life, because things can get dangerous at any moment. You never know. Have some kind of security, some financial background, some work. Obviously, this is called security to me. Work is security, because it secures your financial present and future, which means it secures at least your survival. So that's called security. So figure out what your security will be at your nation, whichever nation you might be. Figure out that security. Take care of your security. And do sensible things. That's all. Thank you. See you around.